Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you a little Affliction Warlock guide. This is for PvE, but I mean it could be transferred over to PvP if you learn to play it right. Um, so this is on Ward Mal'Ganis. In the video we're going to be going over reforges, gems, glyphs, enchants, and your rotation. And stat priority obviously. So first off, your stat priority is hit to cap, intellect, haste, intellect, mastery, haste, crit. At the moment, whenever you start hitting 570s or whatever, you might want to put the haste to 13737 above your mastery. That way you hit the +5 corruption tick breakpoint. That'll give you a lot more shards on procs. So anyway, first off, we'll go over talents and glyphs. Let's look at the glyphs here. Glyph of Unstable Affliction reduces the cast time on Unstable Affliction by 25%. You should be sure to have this one at all times. Glyph of Siphon Life, your corruption spell will heal you for 0.5% of your maximum health when dealing damage. This one's pretty much a must as well, since you should be having corruption up 100% on all targets for shards and whatnot. Glyph of Hellstone, you receive 100% more from using a Hellstone, but the health is restored over 10 seconds. Once again, it's just another healing glyph. I mean, some of these could be interchangeable, but these are the ones that I roll with for now. Alright, so on our talents we got Dark Regeneration. This is your healing tier. I mainly go for Dark Regeneration. It's pretty much flat every fight. Shadow Fury and Mortal Coil are my two favorite, but working on Black Fuse at the moment, Shadow Fury is pretty much the only way to go. Soul Link. Yeah, this is pretty much your only viable option as well, since you'll be putting out so much damage, and that's pretty much the only way to go unless you're on Dark Shamans and you want extra cooldown, I guess. Alright, tier 4. You have Burning Rush, Blood Horror, and Unbound Will. Most of these are pretty useless unless you're in a PvP situation where you might as well take Unbound Will. But besides that, just roll with Burning Rush. Now this is where it starts to get a little interesting. Grimoire of Supremacy is the best for Affliction right now, but if you were to switch to Destro, you could either roll with Supremacy or Sacrifice. I roll with Sacrifice personally, but that's just me. Now, level 90 talents. Really depends on the fight. On some fights you might see yourself switching to Killjaden's Cunning, but for the most part you want to stick with Archimonde's Darkness, so you can line up your Dark Souls with Trinket procs and other stuff to keep the maximum uptime on your large dots. So anyway, let's go into gymming and enchanting. Pretty much what you're going to want to do is flat mastery. Mastery and expertise if you haven't hit the hit cap, because expertise translates into hit. Other than that, mastery hit, mastery stam. Your meta gem, obviously. I wouldn't recommend playing Affliction until you get your meta gem, because the haste won't be there. At the moment, the 2 set's best, since the 4 set practically does nothing for Affliction, but it's better for Destro. Yeah, so mastery, because mastery weights over half of what intellect weights, so you want to gem for mastery over intellect, obviously. If you have the hit cap, you can go for int mastery gems instead of expertise, or stam and mastery over mastery. Reforges. You want to go for the most haste mastery possible. Occasionally you'll pick up a haste crit piece, at which point you'll just reforge the crit to haste or crit to hit, depending on what your haste and hit cap are. A great tool I like to use for gymming and enchanting is Ask Mr. Robot right here. You'll just load up your tune, update from Armory, and you'll optimize it. It'll tell you what to gem, what to enchant, what to reforge. That brings us into our next section, which is enchants. Now, on the shoulders, you're going to use the crane wing, I believe it's called. Crane wing, or is that the healing one? Either way, it's the 200 intellect, 100 crit. You're going to be using the 180 intellect on back, or if you're an engineer, you can add that, and your glider. For your chest, you're going to be using 80 stats, so you get the intellect, mastery, haste, and crit, as well as some hit. Bracers, 180 intellect. Weapon, Jade Spirit, it's pretty basic. Gloves, 170 mastery, unless you need a little bit more haste to reach that 13, 7 through 7. Ask Mr. Robot also has a edit weight option where you can edit which breakpoints you want to go to. So see change soft cap. The first one you want to be hitting is the 9778, and then you want to go for the 13157, and finally the 13737, but these can be interchangeable with gear. Yeah, so farther into enchants, you have your belt buckle, your leg enchant, 285 int, 165 crit, and your boots should be Pandaren step. If you're an enchanter, you can also enchant your rings with 160 intellect, but at the moment, engineering and tailoring are the best enchants to go with. So now let's move into rotation. For your opener, you're going to want to precast a Soulburn for the pull. That way, and you wait till it goes down to 9 seconds, so it resets the soul shard, and you can pot and precast a haunt on the pull timer, so you start the boss with 3 soul shards. So here we go. It's getting down at 10. You pot, haunt, soul, and then you cast a Malefic Grasp. Then you pop your burst, summon your demon, haunt again, and then Soulburn, Soul Swap when the dots are about to fall off. Or not the dots, but the procs. Be sure to keep haunt up in your opener so that you get the maximum damage out of your dots. Now here's the multi-targeting. Soulburn, or Soul Swap, to each target, bring back to the beginning, cast a haunt. We're gonna unstable affliction, it's getting ready to wear off. Go around again. Haunt, corruption. Now say there's 4+ targets, you can start throwing in Seed of Corruptions in there. Now you see my dots already fell off, the powerful ones, and here comes a Black Blood proc. So we're going to pop our burst again and Soulburn Soul Swap. Cast a haunt because we have our powerful dots up again. Be sure to keep this up 100% during the opener when your strong procs are up, because you'll have enough haste to have infinite soul shard procs during the opener. Now, when it comes to the boss being below 20%, let's see if we can. Okay, can we get this? Hello? Usually they'll drop below 20%. Oh well. Well, I'll just demonstrate anyway. So whenever the boss is below 20%, what you'll want to do is you'll want to keep your dots up, and you'll replace Malefic Grasp with Drain Soul. Now what this will do is, it's not doing it right now, but it'll proc soul shards so you can keep haunt up 100% below 20%. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So now that I have 3 soul shards, I want to keep haunt up. My powerful dots up, so obviously we're going to keep haunt up 100%. Now, when your powerful dots do fall off, stack your soul shards up to 3 before you start applying haunt, because you could get some powerful dots and you could need to Soulburn Soul Swap, so that you don't lose any shards on haunt and you can't Soulburn Soul Swap to the powerful dots. Okay, that's pretty much it for the rotation. Let's see, is there anything else I need to cover? Pets. So, On the pets, the one that does the most flat damage is going to be your Observer. But for most fights in Siege of Orgrimmar, I run with the Fell Imp because of the Mass Dispel, which could play a very good part in Shaw of Pride Shaw of Pride. And then Imp is also a ranged pet where the Observer is a melee, so the Imp has an easier time getting around where the Observer would have to run from target to target if I were to switch targets, say on, let's see, Gallicrass. There you go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Besides your flasks, you're going to be using Flask of the Warm Sun, Potion of the Jade Serpent. Yeah. As I said before, the 4 set does practically nothing, so just run with the 2 set, and the 2 set pieces you want to go for are either the helm and the gloves, plus the shoulders from Noroshan, the chest from Thok, and the legs from IJ. Or you could run with the gloves and the tier chest, plus the shoulders from Noroshan, helm from Garrosh, and legs from Iron Juggernaut. Everything else, it's the bracers off of Spoils, Black Blood and Purified Bindings, Thok Ring and Paragon's Ring, boots from Gallicrass, your legendary cloak obviously, and the belt from Iron Juggernaut as well. Now for weapons, you could use pretty much anything, but whenever you start wanting to go for the 16,000 haste point, you'd want to change Gaze to the Immaculately Preserved Wand and the Offhand from Garrosh, which I do not have at the moment. But as of right now, I have enough haste with this, and my mastery's higher, so I'll stick with the weapon off of Shaw as well. But that's pretty much it for this Affliction Warlock guide. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you learned something from this and you can be able to push out numbers as your Affliction Warlock, as they are one of the best single target classes in the game right now. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.